With Amex Platinum,
welcome to the Centurion Lounge.
You get access to the Centurion Lounge, so the sounds of vacation start before you get there. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Incoming message from the staff of Desert Skies.
Desert Skies FM. You're probably wondering why I sang that so fast. It's because Greg's prepping the plane. That's right, we're going on a trip. That's why I sang Desert Skies FM so quickly. It's because there's a sphere that needs our help and we gots to go. Pronto.
And I'm going to point out the obvious, Mac. By including so much additional information, any benefit from speeding up your jingle has been entirely negated. Still, no need to rush.
No need to rush? And why is that, Tendy?
I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, time for this broadcast safe travel tip for travelers traversing the Astral Plane.
Safe travel tips for traversing the Astral Plane.
Seriously, Mac, slow down.
Why, Tendy?
You know why.
Because you're a little scared of flying.
Now is not the time to bring that up.
I disagree.
Can we move on? Can I share my safety tip?
Go ahead, but we're not dropping this.
Yes, we are. Okay, travel tip. When driving through the mountains of the ever-stormy 8th sphere, slow down. The roads are wet, the mountains are steep, and rocky. According to our friend Corson, who is the mover of the 8th sphere, travelers who have taken the plunge look like... well, they look like...
Look like shit. Come on, Tan, don't be a child.
They don't look great. As we likely told you when you were at the station, you cannot die on the Astral Plane, but you can get hurt.
You cannot die on the Astral Plane, but in some cases, you'll wish you could.
That's true, actually. So, buckle up and be safe. Don't put an unnecessary damper on your trip. You'll regret it.
Wise words from a wise man. Now, some wise words from a wiser man. Me.
More like a wiser ass.
Wise ass. Okay, rest your weary soul. All of us have fears. Some of us have too many. I think of a friend of mine. He's a bit on the younger side. Lanky, tall, name's Tendy.
Mac.
Tendy's afraid to ride in a plane. That's understandable. Think about how amazing it is. Flying through the air at hundreds of miles per astral hour. Flying over sphere after sphere after sphere after sphere.
This isn't helping.
What I'm trying to say is this. Being afraid of something like flying in an airplane, that's not only totally normal, it would be totally unnormal for you to not be afraid. I'm afraid too.
You are? You don't act like it.
It's hard to see the sweat under the beard. Being afraid is as normal and I would argue as healthy as breathing. Being afraid can keep us from dangerous situations. It can save us from putting up with bullies. It can keep us from taking unnecessary risks or seeing what happens when you microwave a mug full of astral-grade fuel. I'm sorry about that, Tendy.
It's in the past.
But sometimes our fears aren't protecting us. Sometimes they're hurting us. Sometimes our fear tells us not to tell the ones we love that we love them for fear of being rejected. Sometimes they tell us not to try new foods for fear of tasting something nasty, something you might have loved. And sometimes fear keeps us from getting on a plane so we can get to someone who needs our help. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but it is something, like many somethings, that may warrant us pushing through the fear. Some of you are looking at something big and scary, maybe writing a book or maybe putting on a play. Fear kept you from doing that on the physical plane. That's okay. You can still do it here. You're gonna encounter so many friendly beings along the way to the next life. Ask them where you can find some paper and a pen. See if someone can take the time to show you how to play the piano. Hell, you can spend damn near an eternity learning. There's no rush, no deadline. Next life will be there when you're ready. In the meantime, learn to be the next Mozart. Whatever it is, I know you can face the fear that's keeping you from it. And the cool thing is, facing that fear just one time, is gonna make the second time easier and will bring rest to your weary soul.
You know what? You're right. I can do this.
Yes, you can. But first, time to check the answering machine.
Hey friend, this is Nani.
It's Nani, Tend.
Why didn't you guys answer? I was on my way to the second sphere when I saw this phone booth and decided to check in.
We literally just saw her.
I just wanted to let you guys know that I miss you already. And I hope to see you again sometime. And maybe I'll just come back and maybe I'll keep going. Or maybe I'll set up camp and live there for eternity. But either way, I hope you guys get this message and that you're doing great. Goodbye.
Well, that was really nice. Must have missed your call when we were across the road. Nani, if you happen to come across the radio and hear this broadcast, we wish you safe travels. And also, we express our gratitude for you being awesome. Friend, if you find yourself at a communication station and have a question about the astral plane or the afterlife, or just want to say hey, give us a call at 947-MAC. HELP! That's 947-622-4357. If we don't answer, and we won't because we're headed to the 18th fair, just leave a message, and maybe we'll play it on the show when we get back.
That's our broadcast. Safe travels, friend.
If you'd like to learn more about Desert Skies, just use one of the computer modules located in communication stations along the Astral Highway. From there, visit DesertSkiesPodcast.com, where you can sign our guest book, read some articles, or access transcripts. Thank you for listening. Now back to your regular programming.